second video this week. I'm already doing better. Yay! Don't mind the wet hair. I just got out of the shower. Today is a gorgeous and beautiful day. I have you propped up on a box on the windowsill, so if you hear outdoor noises, it's because the window's open because it's so beautiful out. I have all the windows in the house open. It smells fresh. So yes, today is Wednesday, March 14th, 2012, and today I am exactly 8 weeks. Now, before earlier this week, I told you I was about 8 weeks or so. Well, according to what the doctors can figure out, I'm about 8 weeks pregnant as of today. So I thought that today I would do my first pregnancy vlog, and I will go ahead and show you a few pictures of me at this same point of pregnancy when I was first pregnant with Jay. And then I'll show you a current picture of me now that I am 8 weeks pregnant. So I'm gonna do a side-by-side here. So there you go. I think you can obviously see the differences. I can see that I was much more overweight and unhealthy in the first pregnancy than in this one. And I'll go ahead and throw out numbers because it doesn't really bother me to throw out numbers. Today I'm at about anywhere from 178 to 180 for some reason. I just keep going back and forth. I can't really get below that. I'm going to continue trying to, get myself down to the lower 170s, but that's where I'm at. I stick at 178 to 180. And then in the other picture that you saw, when I started my pregnancy with Jeremiah, I was about 215 to 220, I believe. That's around where I was, anywhere from 215 to 220. And of course, as you all know, it just escalated from there. And by the end of that pregnancy, I found myself at like 260 basically. I think while I was pregnant at my last doctor's checkup with the baby inside and everything, I was close to 270, but that's a lot of extra water and baby weight and stuff, so I don't really count that. I count my 6 weeks checkup weight, which showed me at 257 or something, so I just say 260. That's where I was at. So speaking of ending weights for pregnancy, I had a nice conversation with my OBGYN, and we talked about the fact that it is great that I have lost the weight that I have lost. It's about 90 or so pounds, around there, 85 to 90 pounds I've lost. And that's great. And he was very happy about that and very impressed. And he was very happy with my active lifestyle and the way that I do things now, and encouraging me wholeheartedly to continue that as much as I feel comfortable with. And, barring any pregnancy complications, I can continue to exercise and be active pretty much as I want. That's awesome. So, but you have to pay attention to how you feel, and if you're feeling too tired or you're feeling like you're in pain or discomfort, you obviously should not continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. So anyways, so he was very happy about that. But then we had to get real and talk about the fact that even though I have lost that weight, I am still in an overweight category for my height. I'm just below 5'7", so I'm almost 5'7", but like 5'6" and 3/4, I don't know. So for my height, still being around 180 is still overweight. I should be near more like 160, 155. So I'm about 20 or so pounds right now overweight. And that being the case, he did alert me that we're still going to have to keep a very watchful and careful eye on my sugars, because all women that are overweight going into pregnancy can sometimes have issues with their sugar. Also with your blood pressure, there's a risk of preeclampsia, which is life-threatening to the baby and the mother. So these things we're gonna have to keep an eye on. But he did tell me that a good way for me to minimize the risks of those things would be to stay active, obviously, and also to watch my diet and watch my weight gain throughout the pregnancy. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, mainly, is my goals for the pregnancy. And I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there that if anybody watching, should disagree with what I'm about to say, then that's fine, but don't take it out on me in the comments and berate me. This is my pregnancy. I talked with my doctor about a specific plan, and I'm going to follow what we talked about. So through discussing it with him, being that I'm at about 180, he would say that it is okay for me to gain anywhere from 20 to 25 pounds, no more than 30 at the most. So we want to keep it below that. So I discussed with him and asked him, would it be okay if I shot for only a 20 to 25 pound gain? And he said, yes, that's okay. So with that being said, my goal for the pregnancy, through being active, through eating right, keeping myself hydrated, taking care of myself and my child, my goal is at the end of this pregnancy to weigh no more than 215. I am smart enough to know that in the last months, you do gain a lot of water weight, and obviously you're getting more fluids and things in your stomach for the baby. The placenta sac gets bigger, all that stuff. Just go Google it, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I kind of have to account for that. That's not literally real weight gain, because when the baby pops out, you lose that because all that stuff comes out of you. So I'm kind of accounting for that. So even through the last months of pregnancy and everything, my goal is to be no more than 215. That is my goal. And I really think that if I'm really good with my diet and stick to it and just stay active as much as possible, that I can do that and that it's possible. I mean, I've heard of women that go through their entire pregnancies and gain no more than 12 pounds. And it's okay for them to do that because they're slightly heavier than they should be anyways. That's me. Very nauseous lately. Some days it's a good day, some days it's bad. But I get very nauseous, very queasy. I have a lot of food aversion going on right now where there's just certain things that I either see or think about and it immediately makes me nauseous. So that's kind of what I'm going through. And for some reason, to be completely honest, and this happened when I was pregnant with Jay too, even though I'm nauseous, it's funny, but fruits and vegetables don't sound good to me at all. The only thing that sounds good to me is a lot of breads and starches and carbohydrates, just tons of that. I just want pasta and bread and, like sub sandwiches with big hoagies on them with a lot of bread. I want lots of wholesome, real heavy foods for some reason. And I will admit that I've really been giving into that, and I probably shouldn't be. So I need to, as of right now, really get back to it and, be on it and watch my eating. So on to exercise. As of right now, exercise is kind of hard for me because 3 days a week I am working at an office, and by the time I get home and cook dinner and get the baby all down and everything, I'm very tired, and going to the gym doesn't seem like an option. So I'm going to try something here. Probably not this week, but next week. The thing is, I only have 3 more weeks left of the internship. So to me, it's okay if I don't get a ton of working out in those 3 days for the next 3 weeks, because after that, I'll be able to just, pick it up and get back to it. But for next week, what I'm going to try to do is either A, get up at 5:30 in the morning, go outside and go for a little bit of a run around, my neighborhood where I have gone before. And if I find that that gets me too tired or I'm not really capable of doing it that early, then I'm just going to have to go to the gym each of those 3 days that I work at night. After everything is said and done, I don't care if it's 9 o'clock at night, I will have to go. I'm just going to make myself for the next week. That's what I'm going to do. And just see how it makes me feel. So that is it in a nutshell right now. I want to make another video probably this weekend talking more about a specific diet plan that I have in mind, but I need to talk to my doctor about first. So that'll be what I talk about then. I don't really have much else to say, so this was kind of long and rambly, so I'm gonna go. But I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful week. I hope it is beautiful where you guys are too, because it is beautiful here. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.